So you've been looking into doing something similar to this, like VTubing and possibly streaming, or maybe doing a vlog of some sort while playing a video game or working on something of your choosing. But you're not entirely sure what all goes into doing this kind of setup. There's many options that people tend to do and use, but I will share with you what I use personally, since I don't exactly have all like the bells and whistles that make the most expensive setup, and quite frankly, to buy really high quality models. I've just done everything with my own skill sets and what I could find for free online. Some programs will require a use of a webcam, and not everybody has a webcam, but most people have a cell phone with a front-facing camera on it. And one particular program that I personally use, because I don't have a webcam myself, or at least one that works, is I have an impromptu webcam using my cell phone. And that program is called Iriun Webcam, which you can find here at iriun.com. All the links for these programs I'm listing, by the way, will be in the description below, so you can use those at your leisure. This webcam program is very handy. What it does is it takes the feed from your phone and then sends it to your PC on the same Wi-Fi network. So your phone has to have the Wi-Fi turned on and the Iriun app installed on it from the Google Play Store. And it works with Apples and iPhones and all that good stuff. So it works on all of them. So you download this on your phone, you download this on your computer, and you just connect to your Wi-Fi, and then boom, you're in. And this is what it will look like. Face reveal. But using this, you now have a video source that you can puppeteer with your programs. And the next step in VTubing, or streaming in general, is I tend to use OBS right here, the very thing that sends all the stuff to Twitch or YouTube or any other streaming service you tend to use that I don't have off the top of my head. And what you're going to see here is a lot of stuff that's going to look very confusing if you're not familiar with using OBS software. But generally, you can take your streaming service, like Twitch for instance, and you can dock all of your quick actions, your chat, your stream information, your activity feed, all of that stuff that you see on your channel, you can put right into OBS, so you don't have to have Twitch open in your browser in the background at the same time. With OBS, you can set up all your sources so that you can have different scenes that have whatever settings you want to make your screen look the way you wish. You can have it set up for, let's say I want to stream Minecraft. Kabam! I now have an overlay that is set up for my Minecraft streams. Maybe I want to play Monster Hunter, so I go to my Monster Hunter VTubing setup that I made, and my scene changes to a different kind of overlay with a similar template that I created. And these are all set up with different kinds of sources here in this window. And this is the number one tool you will be using for streaming and live streaming, or even recording your videos for YouTube like I am right now. Next on the list of things you will want to use is you can get OBS from its website here at obsproject.com. Download it on any of these platforms, do all that stuff. But next on the list, I highly recommend is getting your docs and stuff from Twitch. So here I'm going to go to my Twitch channel here, and I'm going to click on my icon, and I'm going to go to Creator Dashboard. And then I'm going to hit Stream Manager. Yes. And when I want to make my OBS look the way it does by having my chat built into this and my quick actions, my activity feed, and stream information all into my OBS, what I can do is I can click on the three dots on my Twitch browser and go into pop out. So now I just popped the chat out as its own window, and it has a URL linked specifically to my channel. So what I can do is I can take that, Control C, and then go back in to here on OBS. I can go to Docs, and I can go to Custom Browser Docs option here, and I can add anything I want. Like, I can just make a name for, like, Twitch Admin Quick Actions was the last one I created here, and then I would take the URL that it gave me and paste it here and hit apply, and then it'll give you this little window that you can then put anywhere you want. You can rescale it, resize it, do all these things you like. Put it where you like. It won't affect the actual stream. You don't see this information on the video. This is just your control space. So having it all built into OBS is fantastic. I highly recommend you take the time to go through that and set that up. This will make streamlining all this a lot easier for you if in the event you don't have dual monitors, or if you do and you don't have a decent browser, or your browser takes up too much RAM or whatever, and you just don't want to have your browser open, period. Definitely put it into your OBS Studio so you don't have additional programs open that you don't need open. Moving on to the next thing. In OBS, one of the biggest problems you're going to run into is your audio sources. So you're going to see here you have browser audio, the desktop, Discord, music, and voice. And as I'm speaking, you can see this one's going up and down, but the other ones are not. Now, let's say I had, let's go to my home page here, go to channel, and let's have one of my streams up from when I was watching this, doing my Monster Hunter. And you can see here the browser audio is moving because it is linked to specifically the output of my browser. So let me pause that real fast. So now the way to do that is to go into the options properties. When you add an audio mixer source, every time you make a scene, you'll have all these different options. Generally, you should be able to add audio input capture or audio output capture, and these things will create sources that will show up in your audio mixer. And once you have one, you can then go into this three dots here, go to properties, and you can select from all the different sources that already exist on your computer. And you're going to see something interesting: cable input from VB Audio Virtual Cable. Now, this is something that's exclusive to another program that I use called VoiceMeeter Potato, and this is what it looks like. This program allows me to split my microphone inputs from my desktop mic, my Quest 2 mic, my virtual desktop mic, my browser audio, my console audio, and even my Discord audio from OBS, browser audio, Steam. All these things are all split into their own individual sources that I can control on the fly. Now you're going to see all these different buttons. It's going to look all really, really complicated and complex. It kind of is, and I am not an audio engineer by any means, so I barely remember half the stuff about this, but I will link in the description below a video tutorial on how to set this up and get it working. But after you follow that person's tutorial, if you were interested in separating your audio a lot more cleanly, so you have exact control over what sources can be muted, what sources can be separated out into their own mixers, having one specific for your own voice so that you're capturing just your microphone on one channel is a godsend, especially when you're trying to use things for Discord calls, streaming, and any other programs at the same time. You can tell what program has access to your microphone at any given time with this setup. So let's say I had like Discord and my OBS streaming to Twitch, and I only wanted Twitch to hear me talking, and I wanted Discord to not hear me talk, I can mute Discord, and then OBS will still be picking up my microphone just fine. But let's say I wanted to mute both at the same time, I can just turn off these 3 buttons, B1, B2, B3, and then my microphone will not be picked up at all from any source. So I don't have to go into both programs and turn them off in order for it to mute. I can just toggle it from one program from the master control, and this thing gives you so much control. And one of the biggest perks I found about using this program is something called a limiter. Notice how my green bar up here, as I got really close to my microphone, I sound very, very loud, but I never quite get to the point where it breaks the audio and the speaker and your eardrums because of this little yellow section here on my audio input sources. This is a limiter. What this does is it prevents your audio from ever reaching that red point that would actually break your audio and make it all garbled and crackly and sound like garbage and cut out entirely. This feature alone is fantastic. It will save the eardrums of all your viewers. It will protect you from having to deal with any issues of feedback loops and things like that and such. Definitely recommend looking into using Voicemeeter Potato. And this program is free to use in any other versions. I have the paid version for Voicemeeter Potato, and they give you additional audio sources with cable inputs, like what you saw when I was looking at my browser audio source here for properties. You'll see cable input. You can download additional cable sources from Visual Audio, and you'll see the virtual audio cables here. This gives you additional audio sources that you can add on top. So you can add 4 more separate audio channels just by adding these drivers into your computer, and VB Audio will work its magic. It will pick up these different tracks. You can set different specific programs to use exclusively that channel that you can toggle on and off any given time. But enough about the audio. You want to know about VTubing. Whole thing about why I even made this video. So you can stream and, make things look like this. The next thing on the list is your VTubing software itself, the thing that you're going to puppeteer with your webcam visuals. The next software will be, what I use for my 3D model, is vseeface. You can get at this link I'll put in the description below. When you download and open this, your initial setup might not look like this. Let me go to my general settings and unhide my avatar here. Click. So you'll see I've got my avatar here doing its thing, looking around, and it's being controlled by my audio, or not my audio, but it's being controlled by my camera. When you go into settings, when you open the whole thing, after you've imported your avatar, if you have a model, you can get free ones, you can make free ones. There's a whole bunch of ads on the internet, you can Google search it, there's sources everywhere. But down here in general settings, you're going to scroll down a bit, hit device settings, and hit camera, where you're going to see options for Iriune if you already have it installed. You select this as your source, and you can select your microphone that it will animate the mouth to. For my Voicemeeter Potato setup, I have it with this output here. And with these 2 settings alone, I am able to puppeteer with my cell phone webcam feed for free, as well as my audio source, since I have a microphone separate. If you don't, you can also use Iriune webcam to take audio from your cell phone and use that as your audio source as well. The settings would still be the same. You would have your microphone set up to Iriune webcam. Yes, microphone, ear, you, and webcam right there. So if you didn't have a separate microphone like I do, you could absolutely use your cell phone the entire time. Once you have your avatar imported, set up, you go to your settings, you turn on your webcam support, your microphone, you play around with a little bit of the settings here. There's plenty of videos that go really in depth with making everything run. Most people can get away with just using specifically this program and nothing else. But what if you want to go an extra step with a little bit of control from your viewers? You know, what do you think I mean by that? Well, I have a second program I'm using alongside vseeface to animate my avatar that you see here. You'll notice there's no gray background, there's no UI and all that stuff. I'm at a different angle than what my camera on vseeface shows. Like, you see, I'm in this corner here, and I'm not looking straight on like vseeface is showing. I'm looking at a 3/4 view like this. So how am I doing that? Well, I am using vseeface to feed this information with something called OSC VMC protocol. This is sending out something called a WebSocket tracker. And what this does is this basically creates a little like IP address linking itself into vseeface. So vseeface is saying, hey, something on such and such IP address. I have information I am sending to you, whoever is listening. And what I can do after that is I can hide my avatar because I don't need my computer to sit here rendering this. It's already sending the information out through the additional information. I am using a second program called vtuber Plus. And this program is like $5 or less on Steam. You can find also on vtuberplus.com with all the information of features, and you can see from this little animated GIF here that he's got a little box dropped on his head, and he can have objects randomly thrown at him, and his avatar will respond. And I have the same thing set up here. So I can drop things on my head, I can throw things at me. Got some custom stuff on there. I can drop confetti. I can do some effects with my camera as well, simple toggles. You can go full pride if I wanted to. And turn off the glitch, there we go. So what this program does is it allows me to give commands to chat. Like, let's try this real fast. So I go into my Twitch chat and I can go !throw. So chat can come along and use these commands. Since I don't have channel point redemptions yet, chat can come along and use these commands to interact with my avatar at will. And it only has the options I have enabled in my reward. So if I go into the program of vtuber Plus, I have all of these options here: goo, diamonds, pat, like people can pat my head. So I go ! Or was it pet? ! Pet. There we go. So like they can do things like this whenever they wish. And all those options are enabled right within here. Actually, fix my camera there. And what this does is it takes your Twitch login and you can set it to auto connect. You can have this work with VR chat. You can have this with head shake, all sorts of options here. You can also use this as a virtual camera. But what this does is this is listening for that software, like the IP stuff that vseeface is sending out from the OSC VMC protocol stuff. When you get these options turned on, you get simulate and apply tracking. You can leave the secondary off, but If you want to pause the video and kind of follow along with what are enabled and what are not enabled, then these are the options you will use. This is being sent, and VTuber Plus is listening for these protocols. So it's taking, once I've imported my VRM, so the same thing that I put into vseeface is what I put into VTuber Plus, and they both are puppeteered at the same time, which is why I have the one hidden. It gets complicated, but this setup is how I make my screen appear the way it does. Now, additionally, you could go even one step further. You could technically co-host VTubers, like how I've seen some people on Twitch where there's this like VTuber dry bar or whatever. This dude hosts like several handful of other VTubers all at the same time, 3D, 2D, or otherwise, all full body animation, however they have theirs set up, and they all interact with each other on the same screen as if they were just there. How do they do that? Well, with the next program. But this one's not exactly a program. This one is more a website. Let me show you. So on this video.ninja, you can add your camera to OBS. And what this does is you can select your, let's see, VTP virtual camera, and I don't have it turned on. So I gotta go into here, and I have to go into general. Scroll down to where it says virtual camera. Send picture to virtual camera. If you don't have this set up, you have to install driver. Once you have that set up, restart VTuber Plus, and then come back down here the second time and check this box. Now you hit close, you can minimize, and then I can hopefully reselect it. Let me refresh this so it updates properly. Go to BTP. Why are you not? BTP virtual camera. Why are you not? Send picture to virtual camera. Okay, let's do a close and reopen. BDO.gov. Add camera to OBS. BTP. Okay, what the crap. Generally, this would send it without a problem. And you would see my image on here. So why is it not? All right, so let's go to vseeface camera. I could use this one instead. You just gotta turn my hide avatar back on again. There. So now I have this character on the background with a green screen. And what I would do is I would hit start, and now it generates this link. And all I gotta do is take this link and copy it. So now it's copied. Then I can send this link to anyone I wish online, friends on Discord, whoever. And all they have to do while they're streaming is add a source, VTuber here, and we go to browser. Then we call this VTuber co-host. We'll just make that the name because why not? Then the URL here, I just paste that in, and boom, I now have a VTuber co-host who's appearing right there. I don't want the audio there, so. But now I have this live feed from that source, from the website, while it's turned on. you can close this out. So as long as your program is up and running, it will showcase this. But every time you want to rehost this person again, you will have to go through the process of regenerating this link up top by going through the website, picking your source, and hit start once more. And because once they hit this button here and hang up the call, they will no longer appear on your source. So if I hit hang up, it'll go bye-bye, and then I disappeared. So VTuber co-host will no longer work. So if I go back here and I try to reload, and I go to share my camera, and I hit start. Let's see, actually, hang on. Share my camera. Instead of face rig, go to this one. Let's start. Turn off the thing. And oh, but generally this can be used to co-host others with you. And if you want the green screen to go away, you just right click filters, audio effect filters, go chroma key, and then generally it just defaults to green. And that's fine. So then I can drag them around. They can be on this corner, I can be on this corner, and then we can be talking to each other through Discord at the same time. So the synchronization will be fine. There won't be any delay from them watching my Twitch stream and then waiting for them to respond. And this can be done with anybody. As long as they have whatever setup they have, all you need is the link. And that's how you can co-host with other VTubers. And after you get all that set up and going, you wanted to start your stream, you would just go into your settings here, wait for that to show up, go to stream, Twitch, you would connect your Twitch information here, and then just hit start streaming, and you're good to go. So there's a lot of steps that I personally take and use, but you could make things a lot simpler. Another additional thing on top of it, you don't really require. I use streamer.bot. And what this does is this gives me additional things like custom actions that I can use in Twitch. A lot of these, you'll see that exclamation point list. Whenever I'm on Twitch, I have every 5 minutes an announcement that runs, and here on the announcements it will say, hey, did you know you can use commands blah blah blah, you can add something, go edit sub action. It will say all of this, and then it will inform you like, hey, you can use the list command. And then when you use the list command, it will tell you, here's all the things you can use in the list command, because I wrote these all out, and these are all the options I have available to the viewers at this time. So a lot of things you can add are custom options that people can type in chat. Like it's one of those like Nightbot things that you'll see when popular streamers are running their streams. They'll have like announcements going on every so often, or people will be using like chat commands to figure something out, like, if you wanted to get a download to this Discord link, hit exclamation point Discord, and it will give you the information to join the Discord or some shit like that. And you don't really require this, but it's nice to have if you wanted to have that extra bit of control. I will also put the link to that in the description below, and a video to a more in-depth description and understanding of how to set that up and what it can be used for. The same guy I followed their tutorial to get this all set up and running. But this is all there is, essentially. And I know it's a lot all at once, but once it's set up one time, it's very easy to keep track of and keep on top of after the fact. Like, for instance, if I wanted to go to VTube General and I'm just recording my main screen and I don't really care what's here, and I don't have to have like my follower goals or whatever, I just record my computer screen. Or if I want to just swap over to Minecraft, and I can just do that. I can just swap over to my Minecraft overlay for that game. I can set up these scenes however I wish. Everything is just real simple. However, there are a couple caveats with streaming to Twitch that I have discovered. And these are last minute tips I'm going to give you for this video, and then I'm going to call this good. On here for stream information, you'll notice that I have this title here, PC Vault Hunters 1.16.5. So I was playing Minecraft Vault Hunters, and I had this as my stream title. So when I hit the start streaming button, this is what you will all see underneath the video when the stream begins. And then when I go live, you'll get the notification saying this information, and I can change that at will. And I can set my category to any game, and then all my tags and such and everything here. And then I would hit done, and it would update the stream info successfully. There we go. So now it's updated to this. But what if I stream something and I change the game? Like say someone wants to play Valheim or something, and they start their stream and it says Vault Hunters, but then after they hit start streaming, they changed it to Valheim. The thing about Twitch is that if you change the title or go live notification after you hit the start streaming button, it will not save the VOD when the stream is over as the newly updated version. So if I hit go live right now, like let's hit start streaming, and I have it set to Vault Hunters, and then I change it to Valheim, and then I hit stop streaming, the VOD will say Vault Hunters. It will not say Valheim. The go live notification will say this, and it will not be updated to me playing Valheim. Same with the game that is currently set up as the category. It's going to say Minecraft as the game on the VOD as well. It will not say Valheim. So make sure that whatever you're playing or doing, the instant you are live is already current. So update your title, update your go live notification, update your category, and if you feel the need to, also update your tags. You shouldn't really have to do all the tags. You can keep general tags about yourself and what you do, and not have it game specific. So you don't have to really touch the tags after you do that. But these are the important ones: the category, the go live notification, and the title. Update those, then hit done, wait for it to say stream info updated successfully, then hit start. That's when everything will be proper. It will show up what you're doing is actually what you say, what your Twitch said you were doing. Another thing is that you'll notice sometimes at the end of the day when you're streaming, you're gonna find some weird names in your chat list, and you're not going to know what to do with them. Some of them aren't even real viewers. Most of them can end up being viewer bots. And most of the time you're going to notice that when you're trying to do your streaming on Twitch and you want to, let's say, get these achievements, and for me mine says analytics because I've been streaming for a while. Yours might say insights. If you haven't been streaming very much at all, there might not be analytics at all because you haven't had enough videos to analyze. But you're going to click on achievements here, and you're going to see build a community. It's going to say reach X number of followers and get this many people talking at the same time. This is not the path to affiliate. This is just building a community. This is just a random achievement. When you click on the word path to affiliate, this is the achievement to gain affiliate. And by getting affiliate, you get access to channel points and subscriptions. So these are the requirements to make the affiliate program. It is average of 3 viewers per stream within the month that it has analyzed. So if you're streaming on only 7 different days a month, then you're going to need 3 people viewing for all 7 days. But people realize fairly quickly that their chat is sometimes filled with a bunch of random names that they don't understand, and you'll see like a list of names that they don't even disappear. What I use is richinsights.net/bots. This website alone is a great tool that you will be using as house cleaning after you're done streaming. So when you've completed your stream, you should be cleaning out all the bots from your chat. What you do is you would take their name and put it into the search. So let's go to, let's say twitch.tv, go to, back to Twitch here. We'll pick a random, go to like, I don't know, let's say hi to Velstein. He's doing some art stuff, but we'll take a look in his chat and we'll see all these names. Like click on Lurks here. I'm gonna click the Lurks name. That's gonna bring up their chat, their channel. Close out Velstein real fast, and you're gonna see these ads. This guy's account says Twitch statistics, science and technology, and all this stuff. We're gonna copy his name from up here. Control C. We're gonna go back into Twitch Insights, and we're gonna Control V it into that search bar. Now look at this, currently in X amount of live channels. Who in their right mind would actually be in 29,006 channels at the same time? This is obviously a bot, and it is not helping you reach your goal of average viewers, because bots do not count as viewers in your streams. So sure, it may be a little bit daunting when you take a look in your users in chat and you see your user list is empty, but that's not going to matter because those names in chat don't respond to you either, but they're collecting data. I don't know what else they're doing, but mostly they're just collecting data, and they just sit there in your list making you feel like you're talking to somebody when you're really just talking to a brick wall, and you start to ask questions to your chat and nobody responds because they're all bots. This is demoralizing and useless, and just overall, I hate it. So after each stream, clear out those bots. So what you would do is you would click from within OBS, you can do the same thing. You would click onto the account, you copy the name from up here because you can change your alias, but the URL up top will not change for that user. So VTuber Plus down here could be VTuber Plus 707, but up here it will still be VTuber Plus. So this is the name you want. Go into Twitch Insights, paste it, and this one says no matching records found because this is not an active Twitch bot. This is a program we use. So this is not an issue that it shows up in my channel. But in theory, like the other person that I had, Lurks, they were on 26,000. I don't want that. So what I would do is I would go back into my chat. I would go here from OBS, scroll down to where it says ban. Click that, and that will remove them from my user list, and I won't have to see them in my channel ever again. You should be doing this at all times after you finish your streams. I can't stress this enough, but do that. Keep your streams clean, because people will come into your streams at random, and they will have bots attached to them that will follow them into your stream. For whatever reason this happens, it just does. Like bots will piggyback upon other people and find their way into other people's streams. So in order to verify and validate that the viewers are actually real viewers, you can use the Twitch Insights to figure out if they're a real person or not. If it's like 10 streams or less, like I wouldn't know anybody who would logically watch 10 with more than 2 or 3 streams at any given time to swap back and forth. But honestly, 10 or less is usually a real person. But another quick way to tell without this is if you go to their channel and they have 180,000 followers, but they have no videos, they have a big schedule. This is one of the ones that do, but this is like this general thing. Like, they don't have any information here. They've got all these little apps and widgets slapped all over it, but most of them won't have an about, most of them will not have a schedule, and all of them do not have videos. But they have way more followers than you or I will ever have. So it's like, how do they have followers and I'm doing all this and nobody's following me? Well, it's because it's a bot, and bots will follow other bots. So with that, you should have no problem with finding out who's real, who's not, doing a little bit of house cleaning, and managing your streams in a safe way. So everything comes back down to OBS. You can do everything, like every one of these steps from the browser in Twitch. You don't even need Twitch on. You can have that closed, get rid of the browser here, and everything I do strictly in OBS will constantly be updating Twitch for me. So I'm hoping that this video has proven somewhat useful. I will have all of the links in the description below. Each of them will tell you what they're for, what you're getting, and if there's a accompanied YouTube video that will more easily describe what to do to install and set it up initially for you, I will also include that along with those links per section. This video is also chaptered, so if there's anything you need to know, you can just scrub right through. Thanks for watching.